So what are the stone circles in southern Africa all about? Every stone circle is just a physical manifestation of the sound frequencies that emanate out of Mother Earth at that particular point. So this is why every stone circle is completely unique, because the sound frequencies are and morphed as they move through the earth, and as they surface on that particular place of the earth, they create a very specific frequency and a very specific cymatic pattern based on that frequency. And this is what the ancients captured, what the Anunnaki captured. They identified the cymatic pattern of the sound, and they stacked the stones according to the cymatic pattern, amplifying the sound coming out of the earth and turning them into electromagnetic fields and a form of energy that they then used for everything they did in this part of the world and possibly right around the world. And this gives us a giant energy grid that is still active today. Because remember, all these stone circles in southern Africa are all connected by those channels or wires that all connect them together. So we're looking at a giant energy grid that creates an unimaginable amount of energy. We simply cannot imagine the amount of energy that was and still is created by these stone circles of southern Africa. And some of these stone circles are built in the shape of magnetrons, and the fact that magnetrons are also driven by sound and resonance that create this very high energy output. If one small magnetron can create a laser beam that can cut metal in a split second, how much energy would a giant magnetron create? Well, I had two answers from two magnetron scientists, and they both gave me the same answer. One of these would create more energy than all the power plants on Earth today. This is staggering. Why is it staggering? Because we don't just have one of these ancient magnetron sites, we have thousands of them. And then we have 10 million of these stone structures that support these magnetron sites. This is truly something that we need to take some time to digest. But the most exciting thing about this is that these stone circles are still alive, and we know this because we measured them. We measured the sound frequencies, the electromagnetic fields that are created by these sound frequencies coming out the stone walls. We measured the heat signatures that are created that come out of the ground. We measured 33.5 gigahertz of sound frequency coming out of the walls. I can tell you that the lowest frequency we measured coming out of the walls is about 14.5 gigahertz, which is insane. You shouldn't be measuring sound in the gigahertz coming out of, nature or stones in nature. So clearly, whatever these ancients did, what the Anunnaki did in constructing these stone circles, they knew exactly what they were doing to harness and amplify this energy. Remember that as we breathe, the air that we breathe goes through the trachea, the bronchus, the bronchi, the bronchioles, the alveoli, and the air speeds up, and the sound of the air that we breathe keeps speeding up to the point that by the time it reaches the alveoli in our lungs, it's moving at hypersound speeds, generating huge amounts of energies. Now, if you look at the structure of alveoli in our lungs, they're hexagonal clusters. Cross-sections of them shows that these are hexagonal clusters, very strongly resembling the stone clusters connected to the channels in the stone circles of southern Africa. When you enter Adam's calendar, the electromagnetic field created by the swirling sound in the very high gigahertz creates an very powerful electromagnetic field running horizontally, again, blocking satellite and making you lose your GPS signal until you go between the two calendar stones in the middle. And there the electromagnetic field runs vertically out of the ground into the sky. So what have we got here? We have clear evidence of a intelligently constructed site, and I believe we have an active vortex, an active portal constructed by those who understand the laws of nature, understand how to use sound and frequencies to create this kind of energetic site.
The vibration, the music, the sounds, were the tools that these civilizations had to transform realities.